Papa, do you believe in ghosts?
Huh?
Do you believe in ghosts?
Not really, I don't believe.
No? No?
What?
Do you?
Yes, I do. Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
No?
No.
I can't believe it.
I believe in angels.
Well, that's kind of the same thing.
Kinda. I'm a very big believer. I had forgotten about my guardian angel for years.
Mm-hmm.
And
You know who he is? Or she is?
No, I don't know. I just talk to him and he's so wonderful. Everything I ask him, he does. When I'm going to the mall and I say, oh, come on now, Angel, we're going to the mall and you know I have to find a parking space real close by because I can't walk. And I just drive into Walmart and there's a parking space or somebody's moving out and I'm just sitting there waiting for them to move.
Mm-hmm.
And there.
So you think you're God's favorite?
Well, I'm not God's favorite. I'm my guardian angel's favorite, maybe. He probably has other people, but you know he's a he.
It's a he, huh?
Yeah, they say they are he's.
Wait, is he going outside? Do you want to do the water now?
Oh, we can't because it takes too much time. You see, I have to take the... See, he hadn't opened it yet.
He opened it. No, he opened it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
But you have to take the little...
The
You
thing
have
you...
to take that little thing out. Because it takes too long to pour. And you have to measure and see what was left. You know, now nothing's left, so it doesn't matter. I can, you know.
But I think you should put this one and fill this one in. I think you're going to put this into here or put this down the sink.
I'm gonna put this down the sink.
Oh, okay. And just throw this one away.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to say you could put half in here.
When the boys and I were talking about it, we were trying to figure out, it's a shame to waste all that. I could, you know, put it in the other. And I said, well, what am I going to do with the other? Where am I going to find that?
Well,
You know.
I can be your ploy. I can hold up the empty one and say, Papa, I'm going to put this in the recycle. And they'll see that I'm putting the empty one in the
I see
recycle.
those today and I do it.
Okay. And you gotta hide it somewhere.
So,
She's putting half vodka, half water in the thing for Papa. So how long are you gonna let that meat sit like that?
oh, that's going to cook almost an hour.
Almost an hour, huh?
A round steak takes an hour to cook. And this gravy steak doesn't take that long. And this, if you ever want to make soup, you buy one of these steaks and
Okay.
cut that up for soup. So good.
All right, Frannie. When were you born? And what's your full name?
I was born November 5th, 1931, and my name is Freddie Mae Marie Gauthier Carrion.
I didn't know you had a Marie in there.
Well, Mama called me Freddie Mae, and Dr. Chopin was from France. There's no such name as May. It's Mary. Or Marie. So I'm
You know,
Marie.
Mm.
Freddie Mae Marie Gauthier Carrion.
And what year did you get married?
And I got married on September the 9th, 1952.
So how long have you been married?
So I have been married 57 years.
Okay. So what year did you get married and what year did you have your first child? You got married in 51? What did you say? I got
I
married
got married in 52.
52?
And my first child was born in 53.
Gary was born
And my
in 53.
second child was born in
54.
And my third child was born in 56. And my fourth child was born in 58. And my tongue was hanging and I said, God, enough.
So Dad was born in 54?
That's right. October 15th, 1954.
So tell the audience about your family, about the remarriage when your uncle died and your mother remarried.
Oh, Well, of course, I wasn't around then. My mother,
So what's your mom's name?
my mother Rose Liqueur Gauthier, and she was married to
Liqueur, like liquor?
Liqueur, L-A-C-O-U-R.
Oh, okay.
No, Liqueur. And that was Genoa's and Stanley's father.
Mm-hmm.
And his name was Moore, Lawrence Moore. And he was my dad's brother. And he was a lot younger than my dad, about 10 years, 10, 12 years younger, I guess. But they owned a grocery store together.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad had married, my dad was married 3 times. And first marriage he had 6 children, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah. And that wife died, and he married somebody else. I don't know, but he ended up marrying this woman who was a cocoa, and they were fairly well off.
Mm-hmm.
And they owned property, and they lived in the house near where the grocery store was.
Mm-hmm.
And after she died.
How did she die? How are these women dying so young?
I don't know how she died. All I know is the last one, Miss Coco, had my baby sister who is...
Coco being her first name or her last
no,
name?
her last name. Eugenie Coco was her name.
Eugenie.
I think that was her name. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. They didn't have any kids?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I don't know about that middle woman. I don't know who that was. I never heard that story. I miss Genoa for all these stories. She knew all that.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, Mama married his brother. And Genoa and Stanley were born of that union.
Mm-hmm.
And there was more.
Mm-hmm.
And he died when he was, I think he was like 32 years old.
Wait, so his name is Lawrence Moore?
Lawrence Moore.
But your dad's name was Gauthier?
Was Henry Paul.
Henry Paul Gauthier.
Henry Paul Gauthier.
How were there 2 brothers with 2 different last names? 2 different dads?
They're all both named Gauthier. Henry Paul Gauthier and Lawrence Moore Gauthier.
Oh, you kept saying Moore like it was his last name.
Oh no, Moore was his.
That's what everyone called him.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what they called him. And see, I didn't know him because I wasn't born yet.
And Henry Paul Gauthier was your dad?
Right, that's why Gary is Gary Paul.
Okay.
And St. Paul is the favorite saint.
Mm-hmm.
And when Eugenie died, she died in childbirth.
Mm.
And so my daddy's sister, one of his sisters, adopted the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And her name is Lurleen
Mm-hmm.
Gauthier Shotland. And she is still living, and she lives in Marksville.
Mm-hmm.
And she and I are the only 2 left. She was the youngest of that union, and I was the youngest of my mother and daddy's union.
So, your mom was married to Lawrence Moore Gauthier, and then he died in the war?
No, he died of cancer.
Oh, what kind of cancer?
Stomach cancer.
And then
And
she married the
my daddy's wife,
older or the younger brother?
The older brother.
The older brother, the one that was 12 years older.
Right.
So she married the 12-year-older brother, Henry.
Yeah. And
Henry
really
Paul.
they married. I mean, he was crazy about my mother anyhow, and he was a womanizer.
Mm-hmm. And then
And everybody knew it. I mean, he didn't go out with other women. He just admired women, and he just, he was very outward with it. And he thought Mama had hung the moon.
Mm-hmm. And she just had you and Betty, right?
No, she didn't know we weren't.
No, I mean not she, but he, them
No.
2 together. How many did? Who did?
That's they had me and Betty.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Mama lost twins, I believe, after she married my daddy. Before we were born, she lost twins somewhere along the line. I don't know where.